Hello everybody! Welcome back to the stream. What you might not know is I actually just did that intro but forgot I was muted, so hello everybody! We are back at an ungodly time because today is a very special day. Today is Pokemon's 30th anniversary. I didn't even exist when this game came out. Not Loomian Legacy, but it was what, 1996, right? Isn't that crazy? Hello, Blue Flare Phoenix, welcome. So that is gonna happen at 6 a.m. my time. So right now it's 5:37. But until then, we're gonna play some Loomian Legacy and hunt, and then after, we'll talk about it for a little bit, and then I will despawn. So that's the plan. What do you guys think is gonna happen today? I think the obvious thing is Gen 10. Oh, I need to put in the chat. So I know that there were like Terra leaks a while ago, and some of it included Gen 10 info. I don't know any of that, so let's try to keep it unspoiled in the chat. So let's say, if you spoil, you boil. Because I know some stuff came out about future Pokemon games in those Terra leaks, so I don't want to talk about that because I don't know what's in it. You're boiled. That's right. If you spoil, you boil. How is the job? It's going awesome. Software engineering is pretty cool. AI is taking over though, and it has been very interesting to see. And mildly concerning. You're unspoiled also? Nice. And we shall be unspoiled together. Yeah, I was also completely unspoiled for Pokemon Legends ZA, and that was like a treat to play. Completely unspoiled, not knowing any of the megas. Which, by the way, I have now finished Legends ZA as of like 2 weeks ago. It took me that long to beat the game. Like, I have like 80 hours in it to finish the main story. But I haven't done the DLC yet, so I will do that eventually. I kind of just play at my own pace. But for today, I think there's definitely going to be Gen 10. It's been 4 years since Paldea, Scarlet and Violet, and usually they do a 3-year cycle between gens, but they had that year delay for mysterious reasons. And then we have Pokemon Pokopia coming out soon. I don't remember when, but very soon. There's obviously going to be information about Pokemon Go. They have the Go Kalos tour this weekend. There's Pokemon Cafe, as always. Pokemon Unite, maybe. All the normal mobile app stuff. I heard it was going to be 25 minutes long, so it's apparently the longest Pokemon Presents, but that doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be jam-packed of stuff. They could just be taking their time. Or have a little extra montage at the beginning for all the 30 years. You're considering starting to pursue software engineering or game design now that your finals are coming up and I'll be free. Nice. Yeah, definitely for computer programming related stuff, there's a lot you'll have to figure out on your own. Like, classes aren't just going to teach you everything. You kind of have to experiment. It's a lot of trial and error. And so if you have a good motivator for it, it's just having a project idea. So if you got an idea for something you want to make, just go crazy. Give like a couple hours to yourself, even a day, and just like fully look into it and see if you can do it. My first programming project was at a hackathon, and I had no programming knowledge prior to going into it. But by the end of the 22-hour hackathon, my friends and I had made something that won an award, so that was pretty cool. and I learned Python. My first language was Python. I wouldn't recommend it as your like normal language to use because I kind of find it annoying, but it is easy to learn. So that's the good foundational step. Pokopia is either going to be a dumpster fire or make a good game or a mad good game. I don't know. I think it'll be good. I don't think I'll play it just because like I don't really have. I've played Animal Crossing when that came out during COVID, and I had fun with it. But I don't know what I would do in the Pokemon version of it. Nor do I really like play many games now outside of like main line like Mario, Pokemon, Zelda, and even that I haven't played in a long time. But Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, if they make a remake for Explorers of Sky, I will be there. I love that game. Mega Mewtwo in Pokemon Go, that is also a possibility. That could be a surprise, yeah. There has been nothing in Pokemon Go like hinting towards it, especially now that they're doing like the Super Mega Raids, but they could just throw Mewtwo into the Super Mega Raids and call it a day. I don't know if they'll do anything special for Pokemon Go besides just announcing or reminding people that the Global Kalos Tour is this weekend. But they'll probably do like a Pikachu spawns throughout the day. I think they did that last year, where Pikachu's just spawned for the entire day, or something like that, just starters. I mean, right now Pokemon Go has their raid events going on right now, leading up to Kalos Tour. Random Alpha Terracold, let's go. I've gotten 2 Glimming ones, no Gamma, there's a Glimming Chompactor. And no Lunar New Year Glimmings. I have gotten a couple Radiants though. But also, I have not hunted. Hello, egg count 123. Any relatively decent finds? Nope. We did just start hunting, so we did get a Glimming Chompactor, which is absolutely phenomenal. They added Mega Mewtwo's model a month or so ago. I think I did see that, yeah. But I mean, also they have added like lots of other Pokemon's models that still aren't in the game yet, like Arceus Manaphy, Mimikyu. I think those are the main ones. So when they add the models, it doesn't always guarantee that that Pokemon's coming out soon, because there are some models in the game that have just been in the game unused for years at this point. But during the Super Bowl Pokemon ad, Pokemon Go added that like snapshot feature where you can take a picture of any Pokemon even if you don't have it, and you could see Arceus, Manaphy, Fione, and Mimikyu through that. So the models are usable in game, but just not actually officially released. Got like 2 hours worth of boost tokens, don't feel like hunting though. That's fair. It's not my voice. Let me clear my throat. Okay. So you see, the problem with streaming at this ungodly hour is that my voice is not warmed up yet. But yeah, there's not too much in this Loomian Legacy event, so I mean, I haven't even hunted like 3 hours, I think. Not super interested in it, but it is nice to have. What are some wild calls for today's Pokemon Presents? We get Pokemon Dungeon, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, Explorers of Sky, remastered. Let's do it, guys. Let's do it. That's my favorite Pokemon game, by the way. That's why I really want to see it again. In like a really nice art style, even though the original is like perfect as is. New DLCs for Legends EA? I don't know. They already did release the Mega Dimension, which I don't know how that is, but I haven't played it yet. But I don't think they would do another DLC for it. Going all in on new DLCs. Another 20 megas! Even in just the mainline, or non-DLC Legends ZA, there were so many new megas. That was so much fun. What other Pokemon stuff is there? They have Fire Red and Leaf Green. That's coming out today, right? It hasn't come out yet. They just announced it earlier this week because someone might have accidentally leaked it. That'll be cool. And it's $20, which is a good amount, but also not 30. I thought it was 30 at first. Don't know if I'll pick it up. Maybe, I don't know. I do have a Game Boy Advance that I could just play it on, like if I got the physical cartridge. And honestly, I do like playing the games on their, at least the older Pokemon games. I like playing them on the original device, just for that extra feel, because it does make a difference, to me at least. You need Noivern Mega? That would look cool. I was surprised in the mainline story that there was no Mega Noivern. There weren't many. How many Gen 6 Megas were there in the main story? Again, I don't know the Mega DLC, so I don't know if they added any there. But there was like Pyroar, and one other that I can think of. I don't remember its name. And I'm not going to look up Pokemon Megas because I'm just immediately going to see all the DLC ones. They got the Legendary for the main story. Spoiler alert, 3, 2, 1, Zygarde. That was sick. Como-O receives even the tiniest bit of attention. Yeah, Como-O could have a really cool Mega. I wonder if the next Legends game will be a Alola. Because at the end of Legends ZA, who was it? L was talking about how like Zygarde's power came from the Z moves of Alola, and though I think that's more just for continuity and like explaining lore of like how Zygarde works, I do think a Legends game in Alola would be very interesting, either in the future after gyms have been established or back to the trials before. And it goes more into like the roots of like the Aether Foundation or something. But Gen 10, if that comes out today, or not comes out, but gets announced today, I don't even know what region they would do it in. Or what place it'll be based off of. I heard some people say Germany. That would be interesting, because I know nothing about Germany. Your favorite Pokemon is Zeraora? Nice. I do like Shiny Zeraora. I just wish it had a side mission when it came out instead of just, here's the code. Which I did like in Legends ZA that they did have side missions for Mewtwo and Diancie. Those were really nice touches. Because it was never really fun just getting a code and then be like, yay, I got the code, here's the Pokemon. When like in Heart Gold and Soul Silver for Arceus or something, you would have like a whole event going on of like dialogue and story. So I'm glad they're kind of going back to that. Another Gleaming Chomp actor. We are 10 minutes away from Pokemon Day. That's crazy. Excuse me. So supposedly you'll be happy about the DLC then? Let's go. Yeah, I look forward to it. The only thing I know about the DLCs is that you can soft reset some of the legendaries for shiny hunting, which I'm like, let's go, finally! We haven't been able to shiny hunt a legendary in a Pokemon game in years, bro. It's like, since Sword and Shield. It's so stupid. Why are they all shiny locked? Like even Xerneas and Yveltal in Legend ZA. Like those were just wild encounters, borderline wild encounters. They had the setup for the soft reset, and they still didn't do it. I would have hunted them. Now, how about the Loomian Direct? What's in the Loomian Legacy Direct? Because we all know that exists. No idea what's going on with Loomian Legacy. No, I have no idea when Round 9 is going to come out. It should have came out in November. They showed some pretty cool features a few weeks ago of like the research. I'm very excited about that. A bit a bit skeptical. Because I feel like the core game loop of it might not be fun. Because the entire feature revolves around just catching Loomians, which might get really old really fast. Because you just have to catch Loomians for the chance to get a task. And then if it's a task you don't like, well then keep on catching Loomians. And then you're just going to have to clean out your boxes every like 30 minutes or so. So I don't know. I like the research tasks themselves, but the method of obtaining them, I hope there's a few more ways. Because I already don't have discs to capture stuff in, and it's already annoying to catch Loomians and capture discs because their capture rates are so bad. Hello, Centivi, welcome back. Oh, you got a shield next to your name now because you're a mod. They removed the wrench. That's crazy. Morning gamers, thought I'd pop in for a bit before the show starts. Thank you for joining. Yep, I'm excited. I was here 10 years ago, not in this exact location, but 10 years ago when they did the Pokemon's 20th presents, or 20th anniversary of presents. I did also wake up early for that and watch as they revealed the titles for Pokemon Sun and Moon. That was extremely hype. And I have woken up for most Pokemon presents early because it starts at 6 a.m. my time. So I've woken up for most of them. I think there's a few times where I've just slept through it. Or I had the stream on my phone at 5:55 in my bed and then just fell asleep and then woke up being like, no! But yeah, I was there 10 years ago. That was probably the first one I watched too. Because there was a long period of time where I just wasn't into Pokemon until Pokemon Go came out. Alright, it's 5 minutes until the stream starts. Let me set up the stream layout, because I've never done this before. I did mess around with it a little yesterday to make sure it could work. But let me get the YouTube video up. The Pokemon Presents. And it should be as easy as... Oh, you already see it. There you go. Look at that. That was pretty easy. I don't know why it showed right away, but that should work. Now let me unmute its audio and see if that works. Let me mute myself so I can make sure there's no echo. Seems like it's working. I don't know why on OBS it shows like some waveform going through the Chrome tab, but there's no echo, so that should be fine. Alright. That's all ready then. You hope they at least say a date at the end of Lunar New Year. Maybe. I honestly don't know at this point. I've predicted like the announcement date like 3 times, and each of one has been wrong. Oh, Gamma Chompactor, nice. Very cool. I have 4 alloy discs. And clearly making everyone have to dish out loads of money on hyperdisks is how they intend to fix the useless money problem. Yup. And the hyperdisks already have bad capture rates. Especially when the HP is not lowered. Like, my goodness. Oh yeah, it's me, T-Brad, and I guess I'm hosting the Loomian Direct. A Loomian Direct could go crazy, though. There wouldn't be much to announce since they only got one game, but they could be like, new plushie. Route 9. Here's a demo of us playing Route... Glacidia Y. You were like 2 encounters after the Gamma. Just had to show up. Route 10 in 5 years? Let's go! Yeah, they just end the Loomian Direct with Route 10 coming soon. All the DLCs after Sword and Shield stink. Well, what if I told you there were no DLCs before Sword and Shield? Or are you saying... Okay, so you're saying Sword and Shield DLC is good and the rest are bad. Okay. Misinterpreted that. Let me think. I did actually really like Scarlet and Violet DLC, because like the story in that was really good. It wasn't as good as the mainline, like Scarlet and Violet story, but I did like the whole Kieran arc. That was really nice. I think it could have been blended better together, because like Teal Mask and Indigo Disc, you didn't really know like the characters' motives in between them, besides Kieran just wanting to get stronger. Or why. Like, I mean, we stole Ogre Pawn, but then he wanted Terapagos. I guess you did know his motives. Never mind. Enjoyed Scarlet and Violet DLC quite a lot. Yeah, exactly. Kieran's character development carried. And I haven't even played, like, the full Indigo Disc. I've finished the story, but I did none of, like, the post DLC story content. Alright, I think it's time. Let's pull up the Pokemon Presents. Boom! We'll close the Loomian. And we're here. We are here. This is gonna be crazy. And I think I'll go in full screen once. Unless, do you guys want to see the live stream chat from the Pokemon stream? I don't know. I've never done this before. Wonder if Urshifu's gonna get a Mega. I don't think so. I think Urshifu's gonna be like the G Max, because it has its special G Max form. So I think it'd be strange to also give it a Mega, because a lot of its story revolves around Dynamaxing. Random Game Escalava, nice. It's 6 a.m. It's Pokemon Day time. Hey, premieres in 60 seconds at 6:01. They delayed it, just like Loomian Legacy. Alright, CSN thanks for joining, and enjoy the Pokemon Presents. I'll be here after the fact because VODs exist, so you can watch my reaction whenever. I'm not going to say it's going to be over the top or anything, but I will be excited. That's a fair warning. New DLCs? I don't think so. For Legends ZA at least. I think they're going to go... And if they don't do Gen 10 announcement today, that would be hilarious. And if they do like... But if they do a black and white remake, like 2D pixel style, like, what is it, Octopath Traveler, that would be like the best remake. I don't know if they'll go back to remaking regions exactly how they were, though. I think remakes from now on are going to be in the form of Legends games. Just a theory. Legends of Galar Trust. They have been like talking a lot about Galar in Legends ZA and even Legends Arceus. Going back to the Darkest Day would go crazy. And then we'd see AZ there. Oh my god, that's loud. Alright, let me make sure you can hear this. Alright, I think that's working. If the volume needs to be changed, let me know. Or if it's too loud. But we are 20 seconds away. From what could be the Pokemon game that changes everything. Gen 10 on the Switch 2 as an exclusive game could be insane. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Oh, the chat's also here. Heat. So true. We're starting with the basics. The original games that I have never played. I have played Gold and Silver. I have played Emerald. I played Diamond, Pearl, Platinum. Black and White 2. I've played X and Y. Each of them. Sword and Shield, Sun and Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, Scarlet and Violet. And now up to Legend ZA. Masuda!
Hello everyone. I'm Ishihara from the Pokémon Company.
I was wrong.
Today, February 27, is Pokémon Day. This is the date the Pokémon Red and Pokémon Green games were first released in Japan, marking the beginning of the Pokémon series. In those first two titles, 151 Pokémon made their appearance. Now, a total of 1,025 Pokémon have been discovered.
That is a lot of Pokémon.
And these diverse Pokémon have been part of the stories trainers worldwide have been able to experience. This year marks the Pokémon series' 30th.
Yup.
A milestone reached because of your support.
I didn't even exist.
Thank you, each and every one of you. We hope you will all enjoy seeing how Pokémon continues to evolve. In today's broadcast, we'll share all the latest news about Pokémon.
Yes.
Please
Gen
enjoy
10.
the presentation.
I mean, that wouldn't be until the very end. Alright, what are we starting with? Is this Fire Red Leaf Green? We got Pokemon Red on the Game Boy. I've never held a Game Boy. That is tiny. Oh. Oh, that's cool. 45 songs, 45 cartridges. Is this like a music track thing? Yeah. In the form of a Game Boy.
I'm Junichi.
There's Masuda.
And I handled the music and sound effects for the Pokemon Red version and Pokemon Blue version video games. You can now play all 45 songs from the games on this small player inspired by the Game Boy system. We took particular care to make the audio sound just like Game Boy, so I hope you enjoy listening while swapping out cartridges.
That's a cool idea. That would be pretty annoying to switch out, but as a novel thing, that's pretty cool. Look at the Pikachu balloon!
Hello, Pokemon trainers, and happy Pokemon Day.
Thank you.
I'm Chris Brown from the Pokemon Company International, and I'm thrilled to share news about the 2026 Pokemon World Championships.
Oh, Pokemon Champions as well. I forgot about that game.
Alongside our new fan experience, Pokemon XP in San Francisco.
Oh.
The 2026 Pokemon World Championships will once again welcome nearly 3,000 competitors from all over the world.
Dang.
Competitors
I'm
in the
so
Video
bad
Game
at Pokemon
Championships
PvP.
will battle for the first time in Pokemon Champions.
Yes!
While their fellow competitors will
I'm
battle
excited to
in
see
the
this game
Pokemon
as
Trading
well.
Card game, Pokemon Go, and Pokemon Unite.
I do like Pokemon Go
Each
PvP.
of the final matches of these games will be held at the Chase Center, an arena that's 3 times the size as last year's finals.
Okay.
Years ago, we started on a mission to create the most exciting Pokemon event for our competitors and their families. As the World Championships evolved, we saw an opportunity to expand even further.
You got a Moonball tin
and
this summer.
deliver
Congrats,
a
Egg Count.
one-of-a-kind experience where trainers around the world can come together in celebrating their fandom.
Yeah, Pokemon Champions
As
having
we
all the
celebrate
gimmicks.
30 years of Pokemon,
That might be
we
funny.
invite all of you to the inaugural Pokemon XP event.
If it
Fans
allows
of all
you to do
ages
all of them
can
at
expect
the
fun
same time.
activities, including interactive exhibits,
WC.
pin trading, cosplay showcases, unique panels.
I will say I have been to
hands-on
Pokemon Go
workshops,
Fest in
exciting
2019 in
partner
Chicago, and that
collaborations,
was really cool.
And of course, visiting the Pokemon Center pop-up store. To celebrate this new experience, today we're giving you a first look at a truly special piece of art illustrating Pokemon XP alongside the highly anticipated
2 Pikachus!
World Championships.
Oh my god, it's an astronaut Pikachu.
Whether you're joining us in person
August
in
28th
San
to
Francisco
30th,
or
okay.
from home on our live stream, we can't wait to see you this August.
And it was
Thank
in
you,
San
Pokemon
Francisco,
fans.
California. Pokemon trading card game. Not Pocket. I used to collect the physical cards way back in the Gen 5 era of Pokemon, but I haven't really since then. Are these re-releases? I think so. Ooh. Does that grow my Pikachu? Are they re-releasing a bunch of them? Like that's the tag team, right? Yeah. Mewtwo, the future. Oh wait, Megas? This would be a funny way to find out there's a Mega Mew. Okay, that's not a Mega. Coming in 2026, celebrating 30 years, simultaneously worldwide. Nice. Pokemon Go! 10 years of Pokemon Go. That's crazy. I've been playing since day 1 of Pokemon Go. It's been that long. I was in middle school.
A huge range of Pokemon that have appeared in Pokemon Go so far will return.
I sure hope so.
And there's a 2-day Pokemon Go tour event starting tomorrow.
Yep.
We
There's
also
that.
have a promo code to share.
Oh. Go Tour Kalos. Nice. Yep, that's what I thought Pokemon Go would announce today. 2 Pikachus. Brad, the protagonist. Appear in Pokemon Masters EX. Yo! Oh, that's cool.
Let your curiosity shine!
I forgot about Pokemon Masters EX as well. I have not played that. Now's the time to start. That's cool to keep the old art style.
Masters EX.
Bro, if they make a Pokemon game with the old art style as a Legends game. The Pokemon Cafe remix. I also haven't played this. And they all have costumes! It's just like Pokemon Go. They have shinies in this game too, right? You can also play it on Nintendo Switch 2 systems. What about Nintendo Switch 1? Pokemon Sleep. I also haven't played this. I don't want my phone on overnight. Or in my bed. I love the background music. Riolu. No missions! I do think this game as a concept is cool. It's just not something I would play or use. Unless I had like an Apple Watch. Pokemon Unite!
To celebrate Pokemon Day, Zapdos, Moltres, and Articuno will be joining the fray.
Yep.
The magnificent
it's
power
been a long
of
time
the
since I
3
played Pokemon
legendary
Unite.
bird Pokemon comes together.
Since it
Soar
first came out.
stylishly into battle.
I did find it
You
fun.
can participate in the event to unlock their Unite licenses. And even more Pokemon
Meganium
are scheduled to be
Typhlosion
added.
for Ralligator.
Don't miss what's coming.
Typhlosion's my favorite starter. Yeah, I used to play Pikachu exclusively. If you don't know, I like Pikachu. 4 Pikachus! Alright, TCG Pocket, yes, this did just come out, the new cards. I have been playing this every day. And they got the cool Gimme Goal. I also do like Pocket TCG ranked. I have enjoyed that, even though I'm not really like good at building my own deck. Paldean Wonder is premiering now. Ooh. Open up to 30 boost packs? What? Oh my god, oh my god. Okay, bet. I didn't have time to read all that. Exclusive to Nintendo Switch 2? Are they finally doing it? Pokemon Coliseum or XD? I think it did Coliseum already. Yes, XD! Oh my god, I've been wanting to play this game forever. My roommate had it, but I never played it. I was playing Pokemon Coliseum first. Gale of Darkness. I have wanted to play this game for so long. And the theme! The one you might also hear in Loomian Legacy. Or Pokemon Brick Bronze. Used to. This is where it came from. And Shadow Pokemon. Bro, I love these games. I love Coliseum or Stadium, whichever one I played. Shadow Lugia. Lugia is also one of my favorite legendaries. Hello, Brent Vahuls. Welcome. Vanhuls. Pokemon Rumble? Oh, I have played that too. Yeah.
Hello, everyone. I'm Utsunomiya from the Pokemon Company.
Greetings.
I'd like to give you all some additional updates as we share the latest news on our games. First
you always
off,
look at the plushies in the background.
We have information regarding the Pokemon Fire Red version and
Gen 1 and
Pokemon
Legend
Leaf
CA
Green
back
version
there.
games coming to Nintendo Switch.
We haven't gotten a Pokopia.
The Pokemon Fire Red and Pokemon Leaf Green games, remakes of the Pokemon Red and Pokemon Green games in Japan, were released on Game Boy Advance in 2004.
But we get the events though.
Today,
Deoxys
these
and Mew.
games have been made available
because
to
I
play
will
once
shiny
more
hunt them
as download exclusive titles on Nintendo Switch and Nintendo Switch 2.
Yes. I haven't played these remakes, but I have played.
We also plan to make these titles compatible with Pokemon Home in the future.
Nice.
This way, you can bring Pokemon obtained in other Pokemon RPG series titles on adventures with you, or you can send Pokemon to visit Pokemon Champions. We hope you look forward to it.
So Pokemon Champions just has access to all your home Pokemon at all time. You don't have to transfer.
Next, we have some news about Pokemon Champions.
Let's hear it. Not representative, actual gameplay experience. Yes, we've got real people in the game. That's how good the graphics are. Nintendo Switch 1. iPhone. You can play Pokemon on your iPhone. That's how far we've got with technology. Mega down, Fox. Team goes on. This is a really good idea. And it allows the newer games to change up the battle format. Mega Raichu! I can't wait to get one. Mega Halucha. Nintendo Switch version scheduled to release in April. Okay, that's really close.
We the cherry.
I will try that for sure.
Next up is news about the Mega Dimension DLC for the Pokemon Legends Z.
Bro, were y'all right?
The newest title in the Pokemon series.
They're adding more?
Please take a look at this video.
What? I don't even know what happened in the Mega Dimension. I haven't played it. Yes, Emboar! Mugedium, Emboar, Feraligatr. I can't list all of them. There's all the main Legend CA Megas, so that would have been unfortunate if I hadn't beaten the game. It would be like 2 weeks ago. And Floette. And Zygarde. Got the Mega Dimension. Raichu. Oh my god, they're showing them all. Look at these. I don't even know if I should look away. I'm just gonna not look. Spoilers, I haven't beat the game. Oh my god, that looks crazy. What the heck? Alright, I missed like half of them. Was that just an ad? I haven't played Mega Dimension yet, so that was unfortunate. Mega Lucario Z. Mega Salamence. Mega Charizard. What's Garchomp doing? Is there a new Mega Garchomp? Oh my god! Mega Garchomp Z! Why did they give him another? How about Mega Charizard Z? And there's regular Mega Garchomp. They look cool though. So, is that new? Is Mega Garchomp new? I don't know.
A new Mega Evolution of Garchomp, Mega Garchomp Z, has been discovered.
Oh, it's gonna be in the seasons, isn't it?
This mystery gift will become available for the Pokemon Legends ZA Mega Dimension DLC after this presentation concludes. After claiming this gift, you'll be able to detect a special hyperspace distortion where you can encounter Mega Garchomp Z. You can obtain a Garchompite Z stone by winning a battle against Mega Garchomp Z in the special pocket of hyperspace.
Cool.
Next up, we have some news about Pokemon Pokopia.
There's Pokopia. Yeah, so it isn't new DLC, but it is an update, so technically it is downloadable content. You were right. Oh, is that Rotom? What is there, a party on Pokopia? Yeah, Pokemon Minecraft. I wonder, is there a story to this game? They make it look like it does have a story. Rotom, music form, stereo form. Okay.
Is that curious-looking stereo a Rotom? Did it get enticed by the music and hop inside?
Is this?
It's really
is this canon?
And seems to go by DJ Rotom. What happens if you give it a CD in the game?
Imagine we just see this show up in like the next game. That's cool. You have all the Pokemon themes. Wonder how much they'll actually have. Yeah, what type is this?
The town with a variety of music. Ditto and the others are grooving to the beat too. Let's listen to DJ Rotom's specially selected tracks while I introduce you to the world of Pokemon Pokopia.
Was that a nether portal in the background?
Ditto first encounters Professor Tangrowth in a wasteland that was once a town. It seems like Ditto is working alongside
Pokemon can talk.
Pokemon
See, we're so close to Mystery Dungeon.
Wow, they're sure fired up. Of course, you can't give your all on an empty stomach. It looks like Riolu wants something to eat too. But how do you cook?
Guys, we gotta let him cook. What is this? A greetings.
That's Silhouette.
Chef greetings. Oh my god. Greetings, cook. Who let him cook?
A greetant appeared. It sounds like everyone calls it Chef Dente.
Chef Dente.
Chef Dente can teach you how to cook all sorts of dishes. Each Pokemon has different foods they prefer.
And they all look the same.
Some dishes will even power up your moves when you eat them.
Okay.
This will make it even easier to develop the town.
Boost?
Try bringing Pokemon you've befriended on an outing. In multiplayer mode, you can visit other players' towns.
Ooh.
You
the
can
old
play
PCs,
with up to
I just
3
realized
other
that.
People. First, let's play some hide and seek. I wonder where everyone's hiding.
Can they transform into Pokemon?
There you are.
Oh, that'd be funny.
There's someone here, too. But where's the last one? Whoa!
You can transform into things.
Into objects, too. That was a fun game.
We're doing prop hunt in Pokemon. And somehow it makes sense. Blocks?
By working together, you could even build something
Can build
this
a Ditto.
big.
Pixel art in Pokemon. This game really just has everything in it. It's kind of funny. I would have loved playing this like 10 years ago.
New encounters may await you
Raikou.
as well.
This is just third-person Minecraft,
bigger and bigger.
with Animal Crossing. Oh, you could turn to a
Developing
Magnemite.
town, one step at a time.
Oh my god, all the Pikachu stuff.
Pokemon Pokopia. Available on March 5th.
March 5th. Less than a month away. It's a few days away, actually. We're at the end of February. Yeah, that looks like a fun game. I don't think I'll play it, just not my game anymore, but that doesn't, I think I would see me playing that a long time ago. That would be a very fun game to play with friends.
Pokemon Pokopia releases next week on
Thursday,
next week. March 5th. We hope you enjoy working with Pokemon to develop a town from the ground up.
Alright, what's next? Oh my god.
We covered all of the information you see here.
Thank you. But
we'd like to end our presentation today with one final video for you all. Thank you for tuning in.
Here we go. Gen 10, let's see this. Imagine it's not Gen 10. Role-playing. Not actual gameplay footage. Oh boy. Pikachu! Oh! What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Why was Johto there? Why was Unova there? Why is Kalos there? Is that a Lola? I think so. Yeah. Galar. Paldea. And now... Oh my god, that's a realistic looking Pikachu. Pokemon stranded on an island? Hello? Bro, this would be the perfect game for me. I love Pikachu. Game Freak. Oh my god. Oh my god! Look at that! Yes, this is gotta be a Switch 2 game. Oh my god. Yo! Gen 10. It's happening. It's like a forest exploration, like... Oh my god. Bro, this looks beautiful. And there's the remodeled Pikachu-ish. Look at the water. The Corsola. Where are we? Oh my god. New starters! Oh my god! I love the fire guy. We got Brout. Oh, Pon. Gekwa. Yo, what's that? A cloud. Going underwater? We got diving bag? There's no way. The Whale Lord? What are these games called? Pokemon. Winds. And Pokemon. Waves. Oh my gosh. Pokemon Winds and Waves. Global simultaneous release in 2027. We are not seeing it this year. Wow. Storms. Oh, you see the waves? Is that it? Is that the end? Is it still going? Nope, there we go. Wow. That was awesome. Let me go back. Look at the waves, just the graphics in this look incredible. This is guaranteed a Switch 2 game. If this is on the Switch 1, that is a generational feat. Look at these dudes, Brouts. I love their audio. It kind of goes back to like classic Pokemon cries. Do you hear that? It's like retro in it. Yeah, Palmabon. I love this guy. Rowlet 2.0. Yakua. Is there gonna be a lot of like wilderness exploration? I know Scarlet and Violet was quote unquote wilderness, but not really like true wilderness where you're just like running through the forest and stuff. Just the graphics in this look incredible. It looks like it's running on a similar engine to Scarlet and Violet. It does look like it, but just wholly upgraded. Wonder where this region will be located. Yeah, I have no idea. I actually have no idea. Look at this. Turn down the volume a bit. Look at that! And it looks like we can go underwater. That was one thing I heard about this leading up to the release. That there might be diving in this game. We haven't seen diving in so long. Did X and Y even have diving? I know Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire did because the previous games did, but when was the last time we had diving? The Wailords do look small. I thought they would be bigger. Just in terms of Pokemon size. Look at this. They didn't even tell us the name of the region. Wow. What was up with these Pikachus, though? What is... Well, I don't know. They're just ready for vacation. And then what was here? This was just all the past regions. And showing their gimmicks too. What is the gimmick of Gen 10? Winds and Waves. If Lugia is not in here, it would be cool to have past legendaries kind of just show up in other stories just because of world continuity. Look at this bird. Where's the picture of all the starters? There they are. What starter are you choosing? I know which one I'm choosing. I'm always a fire starter user. Just because I like the fire starters the most. There was one gen where I liked... I did in Pokemon Sun and Moon, I did choose Poplio as my first starter. I did like Poplio the most. But here, look at that fire dog. Definitely the lizard. Yeah, the lizard would look sick as a full evolution. I'm probably not going to make it a slim evolution because we did just have Inteleon. Look, two starters on all fours. Remember everyone talking about that? Yeah, another tropical region. A good idea, because, I mean, Alola, like, they did, I do remember, they did want to put Alola, Pokemon Stars, on the Switch as their first game on the Switch, but canceled it. So they did want to make a big game for Pokemon on the Switch in a tropical region. So this is their way. And it looks just amazing. And look at the caves, like, oh, the inside places. What's going on here? That's the main Pokemon building I think we saw at the beginning of the trailer. Oh, I don't have my mouse on. Me capture cursor. Alright, you should see my mouse now. Look at this. What is going on here? Wonder if they'll add some new fossils. That is a very good chance, actually, because since it is a lot more wilderness, like true wilderness, of like exploring the jungles and stuff, you could do some expeditions to find fossils. We got a working windmill. Oh, what the heck? Hey, what happened? And then underwater. And what is this? What is this cloud back here? At first I thought it was a Tatsugiri. Now it looks like the shape of a Gyarados, but even that is a stretch. I have no idea what that cloud looks like. I still feel like it looks more like Tatsugiri. Maybe Gyarados. The head doesn't match it though. It looks like a very long Tatsugiri. And this is gameplay footage. This is gameplay footage. Wow. Down the water we go. Mega Gyarados C. We might be past Megas. Megas might. I don't know if Megas will return for a long period of time. I think this is not gameplay footage, right? This underwater scene. There's no way this is gameplay footage. The music too is very like orchestral, like grand. It reminds me of like Sword and Shield when that was the music in that game. Pokemon wins and wait. What game do I choose? I do like water. These logos kind of remind me of Sun and Moon. Pokemon wins and waves. Let me see if they have a website up. Does this work? Am I able to search? Pokemon wins and waves. Was this leaked beforehand? I'm seeing a lot of stuff about it posted days ago. Pokemon.com. How do they format their websites with these releases? I know that they sometimes drop the website for the new games and stuff, like through a URL before you can actually find it on their main website. It's like Pokemon wins waves. The domain name is on auction. Nope, that's not right. Pokemon Wind. Yeah, I don't know. That is amazing, though. But it's coming out in 2027. I am glad that they are taking their time. Like, it could have very likely came out the end of this year. But I like that they're changing it up, because they were rushing the past Pokemon games until Legends CA. But yeah, that's Pokemon Winds and Waves, Gen 10. Look at this Pikachu. And I'm glad that with the new gen, they're going back to the super high detailed Pokemons. I did really like that about Paldea and Scarlet and Violet. Like, look, you can see, like, you can see the Pikachu almost has like a fuzzy texture to it. I really like that. Those small attention to details on a system that is capable of showing them is really cool. But they didn't even really show battling in this, really. This looks like a normal turn-based battle screen or animation. So I think we'll still be doing turn-based battles in this game. It's like here, this throwing animation, I think that's directly just from the game. But they didn't show what the trainer's Pokemon was, which is interesting. Yeah, we couldn't see what Pokemon they were using. Look at this. It does look like the land looks a lot like Scarlet and Violet, minus the foliage. Scarlet and Violet did not have foliage. This one is capable of showing it. But it feels like exploration will probably be similar to Scarlet and Violet, but just a whole lot better. Cause look at this forest. Yeah, like a safari. It could be like a safari. The capturing screen. That would make a lot of sense in this game. This place. This feels like an Indigo Disc Academy type thing. I don't know if there will be many towns in this region, but this looks like the center hub of everything, just of how grand scale it is. And it's got multiple floors as well. Reminds you of Sword and Shield? Yeah. Look at this. They got houses here. Okay, maybe this isn't the Grand City. This is just like a tourist attraction. So it's like Pokemon, but you're on a tour. Pokemon Paradise. Alright, what is that logo in the back? Waves and stars. Even the characters, they almost look like bug catchers, but they're more like explorers. Here's our protagonist. It almost feels Pokemon Ranger-esque. It reminds me of Pokemon Ranger of these characters. I'll rewind. What is on his side? A snowboard? It's got like a fan on it. Oh, it's a hoverboard. That's totally a hoverboard, right? It's got a fan on it on the bottom. I don't see it at the top or at the top half of it, but maybe it's like a hoverboard. I don't know what else it could be. Rewind further. How far back? But what awaits under the water? Saw a little black mouse Pokemon. In what section of the screen? I'll watch for it. Okay, good. You can do frame by frame on premieres. I see a little thing back here, but I don't think that's a Pokemon. Oh, stop doing that. Hey, let me watch the video. To the right. Okay, top or bottom corner. I don't think you can see it in this picture. Bottom, okay. So bottom right corner. Oh, it's Nimble. Are you talking about this guy? That's a Nimble. Good catch, though. I didn't notice that. We got Talos as well. Why does it keep doing that? Alright, let me see if they uploaded the trailer. Yes. Why is this 3 minutes? Was the trailer really 3 minutes? Was that a 3-minute trailer? Wow, it's long. Vacation time. Oh, it has the beginning cutscene, that's why it wasn't. Yeah, I didn't think that trailer was 3 minutes long. But here we got the full quality video. We got ruins in the distance. I see that. Or something. Big text on the wall. Nimbletail's Pokemon Center maybe in the distance. Got the Pokemon shop. I do like that this is a more like, I don't know, old-fashioned Pokemon game. It does feel like an older Pokemon game in a sense with like the style and stuff. It's not like super high tech like we've seen in Legends ZA or Scarlet and Violet or even Sword and Shield. Like those all had like super big tech, like the Pokemon centers and stuff. This really does feel like a Safari Zone. Can't wait to spend $100+ on Pokemon waves. Like, I don't think it'll be any more than 70. Right? 70 is the Switch 2 prices now. If they go above that, that might be crazy. I mean, I'd buy it regardless, but that would be crazy. Oddish. Yeah, I feel like that thing on their backpack is like a hoverboard of some sort. Some fast travel. Or maybe to go across the water early game. Ladybuzz. Look at that sunset. The lava even looks good. It's our Pikachu. I love that pose. Character customization. Oh, that's probably guaranteed. I feel like character customization is like a staple in Pokemon games now. Sandy Gast. I love Sandy Gast. So here, that tourist attraction's got a ton of lights on it right now. It is blue, orangish, and green, so like the starters. So this could be early game. No idea. Got the swamp. Look at that. Slugma has never looked this good. Duskulls. This picture reminds me a lot about the Teal Mask DLC. Kitakami. This feels like a screenshot from Kitakami with just more detail. A windmill that is above 30 FPS. And then our starters. Sprout. Pombon. I keep on saying Pombon. Gekwa. The clouds are moving fast. Which makes sense. This is a wind-based game. If it is going to be a free roam game, wonder how they'll make Wildmon leveling system. I think it will be free roam. For sure. It'd be weird to go backwards in that. And leveling, I just hope they do what they did in Scarlet and Violet, but make it scale. Like, at least in Scarlet and Violet, I did not like that the gym leaders didn't scale. That just felt really limiting in how you could play the game. Because there was an order to it. And there didn't need to be an order. Like, there was no reason for the gym leaders to go in that order. There was no story relevance to it. It was just for the sake of it. If they really want to make it free world, open world, they gotta have level scaling of some sort. Pokemon Winds and Pokemon Waves. Good titles. And then they have Thunderstorm. Kyogre's gonna make an appearance. We now have 30 starters. We can have a box of starters. That's funny. Where's the logos? Here we go. Alright, let me launch up. Oh, let me see. It's Pokemon Waves live. Is that website up? Let me look at Cerebi.net. Don't see a website. Holy, there's a ton of on Cerebi. How about the description? Official site, nope. Nothing in the description. What was I gonna check? Oh. Now, here's a little trick from, I don't think they do this anymore, but when Pokemon Sun and Moon was coming out, the trailers in different languages, or at least the Japanese Pokemon trailer, would sometimes have different scenes than the US trailer. I don't think they do that anymore, but it looks like both videos here are the same length. Oh yeah, the abbreviations, WIWA. WIWA, I love that. I love this old art style Pokemon Red. That's really cool. Alright, let me open up Loomian Legacy again. Go back to hunting for a little bit to collect our thoughts. Why are 3,000 people on Loomian Legacy right now? Well, yeah, that was an incredible announcement. We all knew Gen 10 was coming. That was probably the easiest prediction in the world. But I was still unsure if it would be a Switch 2 exclusive. I think this is a Switch 2 exclusive. Let me go back to the trailer. Does it say? Yeah, Switch 2. I think Legends ZA did that as well, but does it say exclusive? It doesn't say exclusive anywhere, but I think it is just Nintendo Switch 2. Because I don't know how this would run on a Switch 1. That would explode. Please don't be a Switch 2. Unfortunately, I think it's going to be a Switch 2 exclusive. Yeah. I know that does stink, but it's inevitable with the progression of consoles. It's like the transition from a PS5 to or PS4 to a PS5. Like PS5 games would still release on the PS4, but there are exclusives to PS5. And for mainline series like Pokemon, Mario, and Donkey Kong, Zelda, like, it's only inevitable. At least at this point, the Switch 2 will have been out for what, a little over a year and a half, maybe? When did the Switch 2 come out? Switch 2 release date. It's like end of last year, right? Oh, middle of last year. It just took me forever to get it. So yeah, the Switch 2 will have been out for probably 2 years by the point of Winds and Waves. So releasing a Switch 1 game on 2 years after the Switch 2 comes out would be an interesting decision. I more so want it to be on the Switch 2, just so that I know the game will run. Like, Legends ZA was, like, beautiful at 60 FPS. And I think it was 4K upscaled. Because I do have a Switch 2, and I played it on my Switch 2. And it ran buttery smooth. I don't know how it ran on the Switch 1. But on Switch 2, it was amazing. And Scarlet and Violet, when that came out, that was like a dumpster fire in terms of performance. The most buggy mess. And most of the bugs derived from the lack of performance because it just couldn't keep up. I remember people ported Scarlet and Violet to a PC when it first came out, and the game was running 60 FPS with little to no bugs. hardware does play a huge impact on game performance. But yeah, would we call that a W presents? I would. Although I would call any presents a W. So there's not really much weight in that. They did jump scare me for a moment there with the Johto at the beginning of the announcement. I'm like, there's no way we're going back to Legends Johto, which would be a sick game, but not the right time, I feel like. Pombon? Yep, that's the starter I will choose. Pomeranian Bonfire. That's a good, actually, yeah, you're right. He did look like my dog. Have we had a bird starter? I don't think we have. Yeah. We're gonna have a grass flying type probably with the bird. Alright, let's see. So, a little trick for starters in all the Pokemon games, or at least most. Whenever the starters have dual typings, they are some sort of like trio as well. Like, you know how fire is super effective against grass, grass super effective against fire, or what? No, grass super effective against water, and water super effective against fire. The dual typings also have that same cycle, where, for example, in Legends ZA, the Mega starters, their dual typings were Fighting, Fairy, and Dragon, all of which have like weaknesses and strengths to each other. And you can look back at some of the other gens where all the starters have dual typings, and they do follow this trend, as far as I remember. So, if we assume that the grass type starter is going to be grass flying, it is entirely possible they don't do that, because, I mean, grass flying is the obvious way it would go because it's a bird, but they could do a twist on it. But let's assume for this that the typing of the starter for the grass starter is grass flying. Then we know that the other two starters' dual typings could either be electric, ice, or no, yeah, electric, ice, rock. Are those the only types that flying is weak to? What is flying super effective against? Let me look up Pokemon types. Because unlike Loomian Legacy, I know my Pokemon types. For the most part. So if we have a flying type, then rock, ice, electric are all candidates for the other starters. And then the third starter would have to have a weakness or strength to one of the other two types. Fighting. Yes, fighting. That's another good one. Flying is super effective on bug types as well, right? Flying is super effective on fighting and bugs, I think. So yeah, let me see. Flying is super effective against grass. Or no, it's the other way. Right? Bro, I cannot read these charts. These type charts always break my brain. I have no idea why. So So yeah, flying is super effective on grass, fighting, and bug. While it is weak to... I'm looking at the wrong typing. Flying is weak to... grass, fighting... No. Bro, I'm so bad at reading this. You hate how Volcanian's the only fire-water type? Yeah, I think so. I hate that it has, like, no story. Like, even in Legends Z, I don't know if the DLC has any, but Volcanian is just nowhere to be seen. Bro was forgotten. Flying is weak to electric, ice, and rock. Now, is rock type super effective on anything? Rock type is super effective on bug. Is it... Where is my voice? Is... Oh my god. This is why I do not stream in the morning. Is electric, flying, and rock a possible trio? Because flying's not super effective on either, so no. Palm bomb would you use to keep bonfires alive? Wood. So what would that translate into? Rock? Fire rock? A fire grass type. That would be interesting. That would be very unique for a starter to have the typing of one of the other starters. But I don't think they would ever do that. I feel like people would be more angry, because then that means that the fire starter is basically a grass starter as well. And the people who chose grass starters would be like, what the heck? Make it a firefighting evolution? Nah, I don't think it's gonna be firefighting. And the reason is simply because Legends ZA just had a firefighting starter, so I don't think they would choose it back to back. Did they do that with Legends Arceus and Paldea? Oh, did they? I think they did. Hisuian Typhlosion was Fire Ghost, right? Dang it. Well, that throws that out of the water. Hisuian Typhlosion was Fire Ghost, I think. And Skeledirge is Fire Ghost. So, maybe they could do duplicate typings. I do feel like we have a lot of firefighting starters, though. Infernape and Emboar. Incineroar's Fire Dark, right? He's not fighting type. No, we don't talk about the Typhlosion. That stuff. That wasn't even true. It was just a mistranslation. So if flying is one in this trio, we would have to have a grass type, a fighting type, or a bug type. I don't think we'll have a grass type. I don't think we'll have a fighting type. If it's a bug type, could we have a water bug? Could we finally have a strong bug type? And then if we have a bug type, then the fire type could be rock. Because if I'm reading this chart right, bug is super effective on rock. What's a pure rock type Pokemon? Roggenrola, right? Oh, they're not weak to bug. But what am I? How am I reading this chart? $25 Topinion so far, no roamings. Yeah, well, we did get a Dusket and a Glacidia earlier. Not sure if you're hunting as well. We are close to Pity. On the right side, at least. So Bug is super effective against Grass, Psychic, and Dark. So yeah, if there was a Fire Grass type, the trio could work. Right? Flying, Grass, and Bug. But Flying would be super effective on both, so no. Right? Because if we have Dragon, Fairy, and Fighting. Oh, no, it's possible. Fairy is super effective on both Dragon and Fighting. If I know something about Pomeranians, they are extremely hyper. So I could see a Fire Electric type. Because I've had a Pomeranian dog, and she was extremely hyper. We ever had a dragon starter before? Now with Mega Feraligatr we have. Pokemon starters. Oh, Gamma Chompactor, man, broke my pity. I don't think, no. We haven't had a dragon type final starter. That's interesting. A Komodo reptile, true. Water dragon. It It makes me not feel like that would happen just because we had Mega for Alligator, but we did prove that Legends Arceus and what was it, Scarlet and Violet both have a Fire Ghost starter. It just feels unlikely. Did Gen Alola, did it have a trio typing? What type was Incineroar? It's Dark Fire. And then Decidueye was Ghost, so Primarina didn't have any super effectiveness on the other two, or nothing had a super effectiveness on Primarina, right? Ghost isn't super effective on Fairy type, and neither is Dark. But in Kalos, we had the dual typings be Fire, Psychic, and Dark, right? That's a trio. Fighting is super effective against Dark. Psychic is super effective against Fighting, and Dark is super effective against Psychic. And then here in Gen 4, Torterra, Infernape, and Empoleon, we have Ground, Fighting, and Steel. Ground is super effective against Steel. Fighting is super effective against Steel. And Steel is super effective against neither. I don't know if there's really a trend of this. And how about Gen 9? Gen 9 had a Dark type, a Ghost type, and was Quackavole a Fighting type? I think so. Dark, Ghost, and Fighting. Dark is super effective on Ghost, right? Fighting is super effective on Dark. And Ghost, nothing. What's the best route to hunt in? Probably just wherever like you have like something you want to hunt. In terms of the most Loomians, or of rare varieties, it's probably Lotsa Beach. Because you have like Kanki's decently rare there. You have Makame, which isn't a 1 in 50, but it's like a 1 in 35. It's doable. And just overall Loomians there are pretty nice. I'm hunting the Junkyard right now because I want to get another Gamma Operaptor for my living decks. Igneous Hollow is a no-go. Route 4 is decent with Swashy. Aeronauta Trench is also a no-go unless you're doing Pities there. Which maybe I'll do. For my Pity on the left and 20 encounters, I'm going to go to the Aeronauta Trench. That was something I used to do in adventure mode. I would hunt wherever I normally hunt. And then when I reach Pity, I go to the Aeronauta Trench and do my encounter there. Because encounters in the Aeronauta Trench take a whole lot longer than if you were to go to like the Junkyard and spin around. Because it's just slower encounter rates in the Trench. But yeah, the Junkyard is not that bad. I mean, Baroach and Chompactor are not great, I don't think. But you now have Sureball, which is nice. Oh, Rally Ranch, yeah. That one's decent. I never really like hunting there, although I need to get Gamma Gobademic. But I might hunt there after Terracolt gets added to Rally Ranch. Because they said once this event ends, Terracolt will be exclusive to Rally Ranch. So that'll give me some motivation to hunt there. Roamer. Protagon. 15 before pity. But yeah, Rally Ranch has Cafno. I don't think it has Twiddle. Does it? Maybe it does. It has Twilight. And Gobademic. Which are not very interesting encounters for me. Oh, Kabunga's also there. Another one I have too many of. Yeah, I think once this pity hits 10, I will go to the Aeronaut Ranch and do my first pity in there in what's been like a year plus. And then I'll probably end stream soon after, because I gotta get ready for work. But overall, the Pokemon Presents was awesome. It was about what I expected with the announcements leading up to it. I didn't even see when Pokemon XD was coming out. Oh, Gleaming Terracolt? No! Come on. I've gotten 3 of you now. And you broke my pity. Dang it. Go on a present disc. But yeah, I need to see when Pokemon XD comes out. Yeah, Gleaming Terracolt. Yo, Gamma, Christmas Icosoon, welcome back. Rose hunting in trash, literally. And all I'm getting is trash. It's my 3rd Gleaming Terracolt. No Lunar New Year. No Gamma. But yeah, I'm hunting in here to get Gamma Operaptor. But yeah, I need to see when Pokemon XD comes out, if it comes out today. Because I will play that. I've been wanting to play Pokemon XD for so long. Another Terracolt. I got news for y'all. We got a Pokemon website for Winds and Waves. Let's pull it up. Alright, so website. Make sure it's on the right tab. Okay. Oh. There we go. Here's the website. I'll be hunting in the background as well. So, see the new trailers for Pokemon Winds and Waves coming to Nintendo Switch 2. Here is the interesting thing I quickly saw. The new Pokemon Presents revealed an exciting trailer for Pokemon Winds and Pokemon Waves, an upcoming entries in the Pokemon video game series developed by Game Freak exclusively for the Nintendo Switch 2. So it is an exclusive, which I am glad for in terms of performance. These new titles feature an open world to explore with beautiful windswept islands and a vast ocean with glittering waves. The Pokemon that live in harmony with this region's lush environment have developed their own unique ecosystems. During this adventure, you'll team up with all kinds of Pokemon to overcome both the difficult road ahead and even the forces of nature that block your path at times. Alright. So it feels very... Oh, here's the protagonists in the different versions. Bro, that's gotta be a hoverboard in their hand. $80 to $90. No, I think it'll... We haven't had a... Have we had a Switch game be $80? Switch 2 game? Or is it 70? I think they are 80, right? How much was Donkey Kong Bonanza? Or... What was the Switch 2? Switch 2 game prices. What was a $90 game? Oh, Mario Kart World? How much was that? I got a discount because I bought it with my Switch. It was like only $55 for me. Yeah, Mario Kart World is $80. What's $90? I don't think anything's up to 90. Yeah, $60 to $80. It's more likely. It'll probably be 70. We'll see. Alright, let's see what else is on this website. Your main character will sport a different outfit depending on which version of the game you play, and of course, you'll set out with one of your 3 partner Pokemon. Where am I looking? With one of the first partner Pokemon. Will you choose a grass type by partnering with Sprout, the lively but clumsy Bean Chick Pokemon? Bean Chick. Okay. Or perhaps you'll heat things up with a fire type by picking Pombon, the guileless and friendly puppy Pokemon. What does guileless mean? I don't even know what that means. Guileless. Devoid of guile, innocent, and without deception. Okay. And then, if water types are more your speed, then the intelligent water gecko Pokemon, Gekwa, might be the partner for you. Look at this. There's their official arts. Bro, what? What are these shiny sunburned Pikachus? Are they actually in the game? The trailer also showed off a pair of special Pikachu with a brand new look. We'll have to wait a bit longer to learn how Mr. Windy Chew and Miss Wavy Chew will be involved in the adventure. Are we for real? These are actually in the game? Bro, shiny Pikachu. Right there. Not sunburn. That's totally not sunburn. That's a shiny Pikachu. I love that. Additionally, it was announced that beginning with Pokemon Winds and Pokemon Waves, Brazilian Portuguese will officially be supported as a language players can choose. Now even more fans around the world can play this new adventure in their native language. Awesome! Look for the global simultaneous release of Pokemon Winds and Waves in 2027 and keep checking for more information. So there we have it. That's all of our information on the next gen. Protagon. That's all on the website. I'm leaning towards waves. I am leaning towards waves. We'll see what the legendaries look like, but I do like me some water. And I'm 100% choosing Pombon. No questions asked. Yo, that's a very angry bird. What did you say? An angry bird? It's in the Pokemon Presents thinking near the end. What was? But yeah, it's a Switch 2 exclusive. That gives me confidence it's gonna run good. And that like, I'm excited to see what capabilities they can put on a Switch 2 Pokemon game. Because while Legends ZA did release on a Switch 2, it is at its core a Switch 1 game since it runs on the Switch 1. So they were kind of limited to how much they can put in the game. So with a Switch 2 mainline series Pokemon game, how much content is going to be in this? The Winds and Wave trailer? Yeah, we saw the Winds and Wave trailer. Saw that live. Mr. Windychew and Miss Windychew. This is like perfect for me. Like, I love Pikachus. Through realms before your pity. Oof. Alright, then when this boost token ends in 8 minutes, I will end the stream. I will do a... Let me remove the... If you spoil, you boil, because we have now all been spoiled. There we go. I will do a quick giveaway in the trade resort. If any of you guys want some free stuff, join me in the trade resort at the after my boost token ends. I'll give some gammas. Oh, I need to check Pokemon Go. There was a promo code. It was a white Kyurem raid. So what's going on in Pokemon Go? No new spawns. Sweet Retreat is your favorite event, mostly because I traded 4 cakes for your first gamma. Nice. Because you scammed. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend that. It does stink to be on the other side of a scam. Because I have been scammed. You didn't know you had to put a cake on the pedestal? Oh no! That stinks. Well, it comes back. The event will come back eventually. So, you always get a second chance. Alpha Kabungo. Oof. Where's Pokemon Go info? Does Cerebree.net not have the Pokemon Go information on here? What? I guess not. Have to go back in the trailer. You've seen some Loomian Legacy YouTubers Luminity events experience, and I'm really hyped for Luminity because it looks like Route 9 of those trees. Yeah, definitely Luminity was modeled or probably around the same time Route 9 was, because it has that same level of quality of the region, the area. What I'm excited for is I'm hoping that by the time Luminity comes around this year, Route 9 will have already been out, so we would have overworld encounters. And so once Luminity comes out, we could have overworld encounters in Luminity. I think that will be interesting. That's what I'm excited for. But yeah, Luminity is a very fun event. Okay, so the Pokemon Go code is Go Tour Kalos. Okay. Go Tour Kalos. Got it. Now what does that give me? Route 9 in Christmas event 22.99 trust. Bro, if Route 9 is not out by June, there's I would say there's gonna be a problem, but I don't really care. They can take however long they want, as long as it's good. But man, will that stink. Oh my gosh. The Pokemon Go, I hate Pokemon Go research tasks sometimes are so annoying because they're just like catch a Pokemon on 6 different days. Like what are we doing here? Why? Why do I have to wait 6 days for this regular task? This Pokemon Day task wants me to catch a Pokemon on 6 different days. What is the point? Why are you here? I guess I should wait to catch these Fennekins. I did choose Fennekin. I'll wait until Go Tour Kalos to have boosted shiny rates, because that would be sick. Great. Alright, that's it for Pokemon Go. Now, Pocket TCG, what's going on Pocket TCG? They were saying, like, you can open up 30 packs? What's going on with that? Excuse me. Is that also not on Cerebi? He's slacking. Oh no, here it is. The latest Pocket TCG event is now live. This event is a special 30 Days of Gifts event to celebrate Pokemon's 30th anniversary and features special gifts every day from special Pokemon 30 themed cosmetics, items to booster packs. Cool. I love free stuff. Remember that one time in Route 20 when Mabel ditched us and joined it back us after we battled her? I actually don't. I'm gonna be honest, it has been... How long has it been since I played Gen 6? I played it Y when it first came out, And because I was an idiot back then, I got stuck on Route 5 and never progressed any further until I came back to the game when Sun and Moon came out, after Sun and Moon came out. And then I beat it then for the first time, fully through. So, 10 years ago. It's the last time I played. So yeah, I do not... X and Y is one of my most forgettable gens. Which just means I gotta play it again soon. But now it's time to give away some free stuff. IGN. Jake Black 2003. Join me in a trade resort for free stuff. Forgot to type stuff. Alright, go crazy. Join my player on the left. I don't know why Jack White also joined the trade resort. Whoops. Come on. There we go. Username, check the pinned comment. Guardian 09637. Hello. You want free stuff? I have free stuff. Here we are. Look at these Jimbies. Managed to get in. Let's go. Yo, look at all this stuff. You don't gotta give me all this stuff. Alright, Guardian, if you want to give me something, give it with Euro T so I can put it in the Your Stuff box. I have these boxes where I put your guys' stuff that you give me, but it's got to be Euro T, otherwise it's... Oh, maybe they weren't here. Maybe they were just a normal trader. But yeah, I have these like Your Stuff boxes where I hold your guys' stuff if you give me stuff. But... I would recommend limiting it to one Loomian, because I don't got that much space. Hello to Aiden. Do I have a Gamma Scorb? I don't think I have extras. I think I only got 3 for the Gamma Living Dex. Enjoy that, Aiden. Aiden Leon. Aiden Leon. Oh, Egg Hunter disappeared. Vortex Blade Aware is busy. There's Egg Hunter. There's the Jimby. We love Jimby. Enjoy the free stuff. Hello, account. Enjoy the 2 gammas. That's 8 cakes right there. Anyone else want free stuff? It's free. I need to check the PC actually. Did I get any secret abilities? Nope. 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 Okay. No secret abilities. Nice Metronet. How about here? Nope. Nope. There's our Radiant. Bro, you see this Gleaming Lamba? I didn't master it. I don't have Lamba mastered on Jack White, and I went to an area where the weather was, and Lamba just so happened to be appearing there. And I was like, nah, I'm not going to master this right now. I'm not going to get a Gleaming Lamba in this hour hunting session. Foolish of me to assume that my RNG would be bad. Anyone else want free stuff? I'll give you like 2 minutes. And then I gotta despawn. Back at the junkyard. I don't think I'll stream any more this weekend. I'll be busy this weekend. So this is probably my last hunt of the event. Overall, I didn't really get much this event. I did get a Gamma Sherbot, which is pretty cool. And I got Radiant Terracolts, which is pretty much all I need. No Gleaming Lunar New Year ones, unfortunately, but not really a major upset. Maybe if it was a Nevermare, then that would stink. But overall, the event was a good idea, or a good event. I was surprised that they brought in a new Loomian for it. I did not think they would bring in a horse Loomian. But yeah, now there's nothing until Easter if they don't release Route 9. So there might be a drought period here in Loomian Legacy if they don't drop this update. But yeah, I think that is all for today's stream. Can't wait for Easter. Yeah, Callego's coming back. Will they bring back Orange Fabergé Callego? Who knows? Bro, that would be crazy if they did, and then I get a first on this Dragodyne. We have Event Radiant Rainbow Wisp, first edition, the Egg King. There'd be so many symbols on this guy. Absolute Loomian. Like, look at this guy. And he's Soul Burst. Look, I love it. What a find. 1 in 96 million. Like, I literally peaked right here. Worth 3,445 GR? Nope, it's worth infinite GR, because since no one else has it, I get to define the value. I make up the values now. In other words, it's never being traded, therefore infinite value. I'm the richest player. But yeah, alright, that's all for this stream. Thank you all for joining. I know this was early in the morning for me, and maybe probably for you guys, because this is not my normal streaming schedule. So if you're here after the fact or right now, thank you all for joining and watching. Hopefully my reaction was satisfactory. I've never done a reaction video, but I just said it how it was, how I would watch it. So yeah, Awesome Pokemon Presents. Happy 30th anniversary to Pokemon. I'm not even that old. Like, Pokemon's existed longer than me, which is crazy. But it has been around for most of my life. Like, it has been involved in most of my life since Pokemon Black and White really released. So 2012 was when I first started getting into Pokemon, because my first game was Pokemon Soul Silver and Platinum. I got those as a pre-owned game at GameStop and fell in love with the game since. And that's why we're here in Loomian Legacy, just because I love creature catching. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens with Gen 10 in Pokemon, because that will truly be a generational game, I feel like, on the Switch too. I look forward to it. The starters look amazing. And yeah, we're still in Loomian Legacy. There's no Route 9. What's Route 9? Alright, I'll see you all in the next stream or on the next encounter. See ya. Adios.